it, but I just keep hearing this single mother thing when there's both parents in the home. Like, how are you a single mother if the father's there? I wanna understand that because there's a difference between being a single mother and a mother that's single. You get what I'm saying? Like, I keep hearing that y'all single mothers because you guys have to do the house. Some women have to do the house duties. Like Sweeney said, like we ignore what men, all the things that men do for their children. We take them out. We teach them so many different things. We help you guys out, but all of this stuff gets ignored because you guys have to cook and clean for the most part. Y'all act like
Facts.
men don't cook, men don't clean, men don't do nothing, men don't make you guys feel good, men don't tell you guys you look good. All these other things is getting ignored because y'all in y'all feelings.
Yep.
So I just want to understand where's the whole single mother thing if there are men there. You guys are talking about women that's divorced, getting divorced. That means the man was there. So how are you a single mother?
Good question.
Go ahead, Casey.
No, Trev just said something that I agree with, and I kind of hinted at, well, touched on it when I was talking before. But to much is given, much is required. And if you want certain things in life, there's going to be a lot that is required of you. Um, and you have to make your mind up to know what the work that is going to be required to maintain with whatever you've prayed for, you've asked for. Um, yeah, I think social media was probably the worst thing that ever happened to Black people because
Mm.
just like how the church has changed when it comes to emotions and preaching into people's emotions and their feelings and preaching feel good um, sermons and feel good situations with welcoming people in. I think social media is propaganda to speak to people's emotions on how they're feeling, and their emotions are then heightened and becomes the driving force within their decision making, and they stop using critical thinking skills, they stop using logic, they stop using um, rational situations. They don't look at it rationally anymore. It's all emotions driven. And it's a sad thing because, like Trev said, other cultures are going to bite the bullet. What do I want? What is required of me? And they're just going to do it. They're not going to complain about it. They're not going to get on social media. A man who wants to be rich knows that he's not going to be rich by laying in the bed.
Mm.
You have to get up, you have to do something, you have to get degrees, you have to study, you have to learn, you have to pour into yourself, you have to work. A woman who wants a family, you're not going to be able to maintain a family by laying in the bed all day. You're not going to be able to maintain a family by going to work and coming home and going to sleep, and the house is not going to take care of itself. You're not
Mm.
going to be able to be a wife, and the relationship takes care of itself. There's going to be
Mm.
work that is required of you. Heavy is the head that wears a crown. You want to call yourself a queen? You want to have this
Mm.
queen life? Black women want to be, I'm queen this, I'm queen that.
Mm.
Well, a queen rules over and takes care of her kingdom. A queen is responsible. A queen knows how to balance more than one thing
Mm.
at a time.
Mm.
If you call yourself a woman, you should be able to do more than one thing on a daily basis.
Man, I love this lady. Every time Casey's on the panel, she cooks. Because I know some of you guys have just seen me react to Lapif's Network's videos. When there's Ali, the lady, she looks good, but she's always loud and drunk and things like that. You know, so maybe some of you guys have not seen so much of Casey, but she cooks other women. Like, I've barely seen her because she knows usually other women are going to be, saying negative things about black men, but she comes on to hold them accountable. And obviously, other women don't like it. But something she just literally just said in simple words is women want the wedding and the marriage, but they don't want to be wives. It's like the moment they get the marriage, the wedding ring, it's like they stop trying. It's like when they are dating the guy, they will cook for the guy, they will do all these nice things for the guy, buy him a few gifts, things like that. But as soon as the guy bites the bullet and marries them and it's official, they stop. They they start to complain. They want the guy to provide, but then he goes out to work and then they say he works too much. Oh, he's not at home. He's not helping me wash the dishes. It's like you gotta choose like he can't do everything. You're gonna have know your roles. So she's right. It's like they want, the moment they get the marriage, they just want to sit back and they want the guy to do everything and they just be queens and princesses and they call themselves the prize. She's cooking. Let's go.
That's the part of being a woman. Little girls do little girls thing, the little
Mm.
girl things. You go to school, you do what's asked of you, what your parents require you to do.
Yeah.
But women have to take charge and have to take control of what is in their wheelhouse. And the things that are in our wheelhouse, the things that God innately gave to us is nurture, right? We nurture, we take care. The things that we have within us that grows as we become women, those are the things that God gave us. We can't be mad at men because of the things that God gave us. Those are the things that are in us, and those are the things that we're responsible for within a family unit. It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot. Okay, so what? It's a lot on Nick Saban too, but he's still winning championships every year. People that
But I think it comes from the fact that, in my opinion, because if we're going to be honest, men are not taught to be husbands anymore. Women are not taught to be wives anymore. But if there's one thing society does, is to teach women that the man has to do everything in the relationship. He has to worship the ground you walk on. He has to buy you this. He has to do this. It's like you shouldn't do anything in the house. He should still pay for a maid to come clean the house. He should pay for the bills. He should buy the food, get the maid, buy food from the restaurants. It's like, don't do anything. Just be in the house, be a wife. Okay, sure, pop up some babies, but that's it. So they're not taught to be wives. They're not taught the real extent of how you have to be responsible for a marriage. And if I'm going to be honest, like I said, men are not taught either. But at least for men, we know we still have to do something. We have to provide. We have been told time and time again, you have to protect, you have to provide. Men are okay with that, even if they're not taught when they were kids. But the moment women are told you have to cook, you have to clean, I'm not a slave. You think I'm a slave? I'm not a slave. So it's like men are held to a certain standard, but women are not. And it's not fair.
are in big positions in life, that are responsible for a lot of people, that have to balance a lot of things, they deal with it because they want that title. They want that. So if I'm gonna have this title, this is what comes with it. If you're gonna call yourself a good mother, this is what comes with it. If you're gonna
Facts.
call yourself a badass wife, like people like to do on social media,
The queen.
all this type of thing, that is what is required of that title. Otherwise, take the title off. That's not who you are. You're a fraud.
Facts.
Right.
She's
And
cooking.
this whole, like I saw, we were talking about social media can be fake. Yeah, nothing about me is fake. With my mom, I saw my mom never leave the house without makeup. I saw her never leave the house without a decent outfit on. I saw her cook. She was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years, and then she went into the workforce, and she's still in the workforce now. So I've seen her do everything in every different type of scenario, and I've seen her do it to the best of her ability in every situation. If our family required something differently, we did something differently, and she was right there working along with my dad. Like Shan said, it's a family unit and it's teamwork with a husband and wife. But women have to not be afraid of the title of wife and mom. If you're gonna call yourself those titles, you better be willing to do everything that comes along with it.
I mean, shout out to her, man. She grew up with a great example, which is the mom and the house, the mom and the dad in the house. She saw the mom putting in the work, But like I said, that the women these days, they want to be wives, but they think they want to be wives just in the house and that's it, in the mansion. And then the man should pay the bills. The man should hire a maid. The man should pay for the trips. The man, sometimes these days, if you guys have been watching these days, especially with the rich guys, right? The women are not even having the babies anymore. They get their eggs, they get the sperm, and then they pay a different woman to be the surrogate, to carry the child. I don't know if you guys heard me. These days, they're not even carrying the babies themselves. They pay someone else to carry their child. So literally, they just want to exist. As soon as they get the title of wife, That's it. And men are saying this is not a fair deal. You know, you don't want to do anything to contribute, because even when the relationship ends, they're going to blame the man. Even if he has been paying the bills, doing his best to be there for the kids, doing his best to protect, doing his best to make sure everyone has food on the plate every single day, their phone bills are paid, everything is good, they have electricity. Even when the relationship ends, they'll blame the man. So the men are looking and saying, you know what? Is this fair? I don't think so. So men are either going to Europe, rather Africa, South America, East Asia and things like that, or they're not getting married anymore. This woman was cooking. Oh my goodness.
So, and I wanted to add something too. Appreciate that cooking. Appreciate the
Yeah,
basic cooking. Casey be cooking, boy. Got to
I
give you
know.
props when we can. I got to do that. But we live. You got to understand, ladies, man. You got to understand how hard it is for a man to be in a situation like this. We live in a system
Facts.
where no fault divorce allows women to walk away, and most of the times they take the children with them because they got the favor of the family courts.
Facts.
So you got to understand that it's only reasonable to expect a woman's full submission, her full cooperation and willingness to compromise. She got to be down. She got to go do the hard work. And without these qualities, men are pretty much at a systemic disadvantage. We at a disadvantage. So at least, like I tell men all the time, at least set up the marriage structured the way you want, because you're at a disadvantage coming in anyways. And this thing about walking away from your family because of your feelings and all this shit, man, you got to understand, for many generations, men stayed on the front lines, putting their duty first and not letting their feelings walk them away from war.
Facts.
Like for hundreds of years. And today it's sad because today we see some women, a lot of women leaving marriages because of their feelings instead of staying committed to their family.
Yeah.
Just imagine if men, imagine if we operated like that off of our feelings. Where would this?
That would be crazy, because if every time a man got mad, got pissed off, he would say, I'm not paying rent this month. If every time a man got annoyed, he was in his feelings, and he says, I'm not paying tuition for the kids, I'm not paying the school fees, I'm not buying food. If you think the divorces are high, how many divorces would we have then? Because even when most men are not happy, they still continue to pay the bills. They still continue to do their part. But the moment ladies are not happy, wives are not happy, there goes the sex. Men stay in sexless relationships for 7-8 years. If they're not happy, they tell their single friends. If they're not happy, they don't cook anymore. If they're not happy, not intimacy. No love at all. But if the man is not happy, he's still expected to do his job, which the main job is to provide. You still got to go to work and bring that money back home for the kids. It's crazy. It's not a fair deal. So, man, shout out to this lady. Shout out to Lapeef, man. This was a fire video, man. Real conversations. And for the first time, the ladies didn't fight back. Now, maybe for the full video they did, but at least they didn't fight back. But she was cooking. They couldn't say anything. So, shout out to Lapeef. Link down below.